Hi there, welcome to Practical Piano. My name is Tia. I've been playing piano for 20 years and teaching for 10, and this video is a practice session. In practice sessions, I practice piano, and when I think of anything that would be useful for you as a pianist, I stop and give you that advice. So today I've already warmed up. I've been practicing off screen. I've been practicing getting my scales up to speed. So because I'm already warmed up, I'm going to play, you know what? I played some fast scales, which is good in general for a warm-up. But I want to play this song that has big reaches, so I should probably play some techniques that have big reaches. So we've already warmed up, but not quite for the right job. So let's do tonic 4-note chords. They are supposed to be broken alternating note pattern, and we're starting with G flat. Oh, cadence, let's see. 1, 6, which I think is D flat. That doesn't sound quite sound right, and I usually start these higher so that I can hear the cadences correctly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat. Okay, so our 6 is E flat major. E flat major. That's a minor. There we go. Our 4 is B. 5 is C flat. Nope. Okay, 5. Okay, I think we should do this one. And then 1. Okay, let's do that cadence again. 5. No, it's definitely this one. 1, 6, 1, 6, 4, 5, 5, 7, 1. Okay, a couple others. Let's start at the end of the list this time. Let's do B major. Six, whoops. Okay, so 1, woo, B major. 6, 4, 5, whoops, 5, 7, 1. Okay, let's do some solid dominant sevenths, because those are actually more of a stretch. with the gripping motion that I need to warm up with. G flat dominant 7th. Here we go. 2 octaves. Well, if we're only doing 2 octaves, we'll start maybe up here. .120 is how fast I have to play those eventually. Let's see how fast that would be. 120, bum, 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 bum. No rest in between. Dun, 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 bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba. All right. Well, that'll be easy enough to aim for. We're not doing that today, but we'll play a couple more times. So I'm going at a speed that's manageable for me so that I can still get my notes correct. Alright, now we'll do the G major one. So you'll know you're playing too fast if you're making a lot of mistakes along the way. You're too fast if you're making too many mistakes. If you only make a couple of mistakes and the next time you play at the same speed you can manage it, then you're probably at a good speed. I wonder if I can go faster. Let's see. Ooh. Very close, so I can almost manage that speed, which is pretty close to the goal that's set. Okay, now the trick if you're playing chords with lots of notes and you're going fast on those is not to tense up. If you tense up, you're going to injure yourself. So as you play fast, you just kind of let your hands relax. You keep loose through here. Now the reason I can play that one up to speed and I can't play this one up to speed is because I don't know it as well. I haven't practiced it as long. So this one will need slower practice and more slow practice than the other one. And it'll need a more gradual increase of speed. Okay, what else do we have here? A flat dominant 7th. I think it's like so. That sounds right. There we go. I had to slow down in there because I could tell, oh, I'm about to make a mistake because I don't know quite what I'm doing. So better to slow down than make the mistakes, because every time that you play something, you're training yourself to play it that way. So it's better just to play slow but get it correct and train yourself to play it correct, because that'll benefit you going faster in the future. Not very steady there, too fast. Still too fast, but that's all right. We'll move on now. We'll do the A dominant 7th. you might notice I'm playing one and then I'm moving immediately. And then the pause is I'm double checking what's next. What I mean by I'm double checking what's next is, I'm double checking this chord that I have moved to. Not the following chord, but the one that I just moved to. That's what I'm double checking before I play it. And then I double check the next one, and that one, and this one. And you want to incorporate that into your practice, because actually moving is what takes a lot of time. So if you move to what you think is the right area, and then you double check it, you're better off than if you start here, and then you double check everything, and then you move to it. You need to get fast on the move, and you can double check when you're there. There we go. So I played that a few times slower. Doing it faster there was much better after I played it slower. We'll do B flat, dominant 7th, solid. Started that a bit fast. Okay, we're going to do that again, but I'm going to do what I was just explaining to you, which is I'm going to double check when I get to the next chord. There. One more time. Good, okay. There we go. Sometimes you're going to forget what belongs inside a chord or a scale, and that's basically what just happened. So I went to play it, I was like, yeah, I'm sure this is how it goes. And then as my hands are moving, it's like, wait, where are the notes that I need to play? So you can easily forget what comes inside your chord or your scale. And so at that point, you just slow down and double check everything. If it sounds wrong, double check it. It's normal to forget things. Your brain actually is not a memory bank. It's not designed to hold on to an abundance of information forever and ever. Your brain is designed to learn. And so you want to be always inputting the information that you need it to recall, because it's not designed to carry everything all the time and have everything ready. It's designed to carry memories that are important, and it will put them away as they seem less relevant. So when you want to remember something, you need to constantly put it into your brain correctly, slowly. Be careful about the information that it takes in. And then keep putting it in and keep putting it in and keep putting it in. And you will remember it eventually. But it's natural to forget things because your brain is not designed to hold on to everything forever. It's designed to keep at the forefront what is most important. That one was B flat major. Now we'll do B major, which I believe is this one. That's correct. So because I wasn't totally positive when I went to set my hands down, now I'm going to go a bit slower, and I'm going to move, and then I'm going to double check. Whoops. Actually, so that could explain why sometimes people are under the impression that they have a bad memory. You probably don't have a bad memory. You probably just need to re-input the information that you want to retain. re-input it a bunch, and then you'll remember it. It's not that your memory is flawed. It's that you need to understand how your memory works. You will remember what you constantly input. You won't remember what you don't constantly input. And that's how people can take tests and then a week later forget everything that they learned to take the test because they stopped inputting it, or they only input enough to pass on the test, but they didn't put in input frequently enough to retain it long term. That was better. A couple of mistakes in there. Let's try again. Okay, I saw this one bounce back up, and I thought that I had hit it with my right hand, but it's the last note that I hit in my left hand. Okay, good. Hit another wrong note in there. Now you'll notice when I paused there, I took my time to re-find, okay, what am I doing? And then I finished, rather than starting over. And anytime that you can, that's actually better than starting over. So if you stop in the middle of somewhere because you're lost, or because you made a mistake, or maybe something else was on your mind and you zoned out for a second, you needed to stop. Wherever you stopped, just keep your hands there, and then go, okay, what was I playing? And what notes do I need for this section? And you could check your music. If you're reading music, you could find out. And if you're not exactly sure exactly where you were in your music, choose somewhere close to where you think you were. Chances are you'll actually be right on the dot. But it's always better to pick up where you were and to play whatever it is you're playing straight through to the end from there. If you're picking up in the middle of reading, you're probably going to be like really slow on the first few notes and they won't really sound like the song. But then you'll get a note and it's like, oh yeah, this is this part, and then you'll be back to speed. But take your time, push through that little extra tension and the little confusion of, oh no, where am I? This doesn't sound right. Is this right? Push through it, and you will be able to pick it up and continue. And it's good to train yourself to do that, because if you're under pressure, like at an exam or a recital, or you're playing for a friend or family member, and you get stuck in the middle of the song, if you've never practiced picking up where you've left off, it's going to throw you for a loop, and you'll start feeling really nervous, and you'll start over, and then you'll be afraid you'll make the same mistake, and it will just it will devolve into a bigger problem than it could be. Whereas if you've practiced picking up where you left off, picking up where you got lost, picking up where you made the mistake, then you will feel more competent. You will feel more confident because you'll have been more competent. You'll have trained yourself to be more capable. Like, I can pick up at any point that I stop in the song. And when you know that, and you make the mistake in front of somebody else, it'll be like, oh, yeah, I've done this before like 1,000,000 times, because you've practiced it. And it won't be as stressful. So it's very valuable to be able to pick up in the middle of wherever you are, and endeavor to do that. All right, we're going to do Grand Waltz, because I'm pretty sure my hands are limber enough. Okay. This one. Good. Whoops. There we go. So we're going to play those chord sections again. These are the ones that I wanted to warm up for because they're so stretchy. And I need to play them lots because I don't know them very well. It's great hand separate. Whoops. Bum, 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 bum. It's just a G. There we go. Bum, bum. There we go. Good. See, it's good to do some hand separate practice, but it's very important to put it back together. And you're always going to find that your together is slower than your separate, no matter what. It's always going to be more hesitant because when you put something hands together, you have twice as much information to look at. So hand separate practice does help. It will improve your hands together practice. But don't be discouraged by your hands together practice still being more difficult than your hand separate practice. It is, and it will be, because it's twice as much information. Oh, nailed it! I'm happy. That's good. Whoops. Very close. See, I'm doing the same thing that I did with my other chords. I'm placing and double checking. This one is an F. What is this one? This one's a G. I hit a funny note last time, I think. Okay, let's try again. Good. Okay, I'm happy with that. See, it doesn't have to be perfect before you move on. It just has to be better than it was when you started. So play it a few times correctly and then move on. Because you can hyper-focus on one spot for an hour and it's not going to serve you because your brain can't, it can only remember so much. No, it's C natural, and then it's D flat. There we go. I don't know if this is scientifically accurate, but it seems to me that actually most of your progress is made in between practice sessions. So if you put in the practice and you play it correctly, however many times slowly, or for 5 minutes slowly, the improvement comes in the space between that practice and your next practice. Because you'll notice at your next practice, oh, this is so much better. You wouldn't have got that improvement if you hadn't done your previous practice. But you didn't experience that improvement at the end of the previous practice. You experienced it at the end of the new practice. And I don't know how that works, but that's how it seems to work. Might be better to say, I don't know why that works, but that's how it seems to work. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's move on to the next bit. Whoops. Oh, not quite high enough. And then F. I've gone too high. I played too many, that's what happened. Start with this F. And then this is the last repeat of this one. And then I use a little pedal here to move smoothly. And I need the rest. Whoops. All right, so we're going to work on the same thing I did last time, which is get this rest and get this move. Whoopsie. Rest. Ba-dum, da-dum. Bum, ba-dum, da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-ba, ba-ba-dum, ba. Now what I've done here that I didn't do last time is I've changed those last 3 notes in the run whenever I have a long stretch of notes like this. I call that a run. I'm talking about a long string of notes. So what I've done is taken these last 3 notes into the left hand so that I can move my right hand sooner. So I'm going to mark that down for myself so I remember to do it. 2, 3, 4 with the left hand, LH. There we go. And anytime you change the fingering or what hand you're going to use, you should write it in, because then you can do it consistently. If you do it like 5 different ways, you're not going to remember which way to do it when you go to perform. Okay. Oops! What did I need to hit there? E flat. Is it this one? Is it? No, it's not. It's this one. There we go. Good. I still have a hesitation on the move because now I'm learning to use different fingers. And so expect that too. When you make changes, it's going to take extra time to relearn how to do that part because you've changed the way to do it. It's going to take more repeats and more slow practice. Oh, okay. Gotta go even slower. I'm trying to remember what's in here, but I obviously haven't practiced it enough to remember. So we'll have to go slower and be more careful. F, E flat, D flat, B flat, E flat. F, E flat, D flat, B flat, E flat. F, G, E flat, D flat. See the difference there? I had no hesitation going into that new measure. That's good. We're going to do this 2 more times and then move on. Oh, rest. Last time. B, D D flat. A flat. D flat. Okay, so the key signature, I am not remembering which things are flat and which things are not, so I'm going to write them in. And it's totally okay to do that. There are 45 keys that you could be playing in, which means there's 45 different configurations of sharps and flats that you may or may not need. So when you need to, write them in, because 45 is just a lot. There we go. We have D flat, D flat, A flat, A flat, E flat, A flat. Good. We should be good. If I have some to start me off, it will probably set me up for success here. Okay, let's start from here. With the D flat. Oops. All right, so you can hear a marked difference between the speed that I can play this one and the speed that I play the following one. So because there's that marked difference, I'm not going to start with that part that I just played, because that's easy. I can do that no problem. I'm going to start with the part where I have to slow down, because that's the part that needs the extra work. That one's an E, and this one's the D. So what's happening is I'm not quite stretching enough in my left hand, and I'm playing D first, which is not going to work. Okay, let's try that part again. I have to repeat the bottom note, and I have to hold this note. Okay, let's try one more time. It's very important to watch out for details, so if you notice that you're missing details, don't go, oh, well, that's just a little thing, I'll get it next time. If you continually say you're gonna get it next time, you won't get to it. So don't set yourself up for bad habits. When you see you're missing details, just take a couple extra times and work on those details. And that way, the next time you run into it, you'll be like, oh yeah, your brain will go, there's a problem here that we worked on last time, instead of ignoring it. So we shouldn't ignore it this time. We should work on it. Whereas if you ignore it, your brain will go, yeah, we just ignored this last time. It's easier to ignore it. Let's keep ignoring it. And then eventually you'll forget that there's a detail or a mistake in there that you need to work on. So when you see something like that, just go over the little section a couple of times with a new detail in it or fixing the mistake, and you'll be better off than if you ignore it and leave it for next time. Good. Okay, I got the details. We're going to do it another time. Nope, I have to hold that one. And we'll do one more time. Good. Now I want to see if I can play it a little faster because it's starting to feel easy in this section. Close. Let's try one more. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna do just those. Okay, so these two measures, listen to this. That part's easy. I don't need to practice that part. I need to practice the next two measures. So let's do those two measures 4 more times. E, and then D. So I'm not going to count that one because I had the mistake there. And this is something that I sometimes do with myself and with my students. We're going to do 5 good times. So if it's not a good time, we're not going to count that one. And what it does is, because you want to get to the end of the 5 times, you're more careful so that you don't make the mistakes. And it just works very well. So we're going to do 5 good times, which means we still have 4 more good times to do. Awesome. 3 more. I have to hit an F here in the right hand. So that one doesn't count. We're still doing 3 more. And I almost started in the wrong place. Okay, let's start over here. Yay! 2 more times. I want to do 1 more. Ta-da! Way better. Okay, now we have the next section. Ooh, which needs an E flat in the right. That was quite a nasty sound there. Much better. needs an F in the left. Okay. Now I know I'm playing level 10 music and that can seem intimidating, but don't worry. All of the advice that I'm giving you is stuff that you can employ on the songs that you're learning. I mean, unless I'm talking about something specific, like, oh, when I played this dominant seventh, well, then you won't be able to like incorporate it if it's specifically about dominant sevenths, unless you're playing dominant sevenths. But stuff like, okay, this section is good, I don't need to practice it anymore, I need to focus on this other section. That will help you whether you're starting your first week of piano, or you're in your first year, or you're in your 5th year, or you're in your 20th year. It will help because there are some fundamentals about piano practice that will universally help you. So I hope that you can take my advice and apply it to whatever your situation is, because most of it is applicable. We're starting here. Here we go. Here's another tip. So when you're starting a section or a song, it's good to double check where you're starting. Are my hands on the right notes? Okay, what's coming after that? I need to go over here. Just take your time to get ready for what you're about to play, rather than like rushing into it. Okay. Let's do this section 3 more times. Good, 2 more times. Excellent. I forget how many, so we're going to do 2 more times. Last time. Ooh, here we go. Keep forgetting that D's are flat, so we're just going to jot in that one. Oh, that's good. All right. Yep. There we go. Now when you hit a note and it sounds funny, sounds like it doesn't belong, double check it. Sometimes, like in this case, it does belong and it just sounds like that. But often when it sounds wrong to your ear, you're right. So you should always double check it on the assumption that you're right, that it's wrong. And then once you've double checked it and you're like, okay, this letter's right, that letter's right, this letter's right, that letter's right, then you know that it's the right thing to play. Okay. Very nice. Very nice, almost there. I'm going to do 3 more times. Two more times. All right, good. So that's the first page of Grande Valse. Now what's going on here? Do I want to learn more of this? I don't know, there's a lot going on. I'm going to play it a couple of times hands separate. Okay, we'll just do those 2 measures. Okay. So that's a D, not a B. So because I was playing it wrong, we'll jot it in and that way I'll remember. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 1. 1 and 2, 3 and. This needs to be a finger 3 for me because when I play the finger 2, they're suggesting I'm playing it on B, which is not correct. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay. Now, this is a mistake beginners especially commonly make. You're going to want to play the right hand a lot more because the right hand sounds really nice. What you need to do is play the left hand equal or more than the right hand. So that's what I'm about to do. Because I just played the right hand, I don't know, something like 10 times. I'm going to do that in the left hand. That way my left hand gets equal practice, or even more practice than the right hand. And the left hand is what most people struggle with because it's not as pretty, so it doesn't come as easily. It's not as pretty, and it's generally harder for most people to read. Okay. Good. Okay, a couple more times. Try it again. Now that's an easy enough pattern to remember, so that's why now I'm doing it by memory. I've double checked and double checked and double checked. Yes, these are the right notes. Now I'll do it by memory. All right, now let's try that out together a little bit. Whoops, started with the A. Try it again. Very messy. And it's okay for things to be messy the first time you play them. You can't know what you don't know, so you're not going to be able to play what you don't know. I think we'll do like 2 more times and then we'll move on to a different song. I'm gonna write down that I'm doing E flat, F, E flat, because I keep missing the flat on the E. Okay. Last time. Ba-da-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba. I'm not exactly sure how the accents are supposed to be here, but we'll listen to it later and figure that out. If there is a part of your song that you're like, I am playing this by the book and it just sounds funny, then go and listen to it, because sometimes listening to it will help you go, oh yeah, okay, so this is how it's supposed to sound. And then like that, you'll be able to play it. Okay. So this is a new Hidin place, my favorite one. And I think I want to go further if we've got the time. Let me double check the time here. So I have 10 minutes left. So we're going to do a bit of new Hidin plays. And if we get any further, awesome. And if not, oh well. Here we go. New sharps, F sharp and C sharp, no flats. Okay, we're going to play this intro again. It's not as tidy as I would like. Yeah. Yes, this is correct. Okay, we're going to play this part again. Okay. Wrong black key. Okay, let's try again. Nope. There we go. Probably need to write in some sharps here. Now this part should be ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum. Ooh, try again. Okay, let's try that again. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Thank you for joining me for this practice session. I hope you found it useful. If you have, or if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you know anyone else who would also enjoy it or find it useful, please share with them. If you have any feedback, questions, or you want to tell me how your practice is going, leave that in the comments. And if you would like more, subscribe.